right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring your next comedian onto the stage. He's a wonderful artist. He has beautiful hands. He performs all around the area. And he has a podcast about Saturday Night Live. Please give a warm welcome to my friend and yours, Mr. John Trumbull, everybody.
Thank you, Natty. Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. You don't always get a wonderful introduction in comedy. You know, sometimes it's kind of a crapshoot. One time I did a show in the city, and a guy asked for my credits beforehand so he could give me a good intro. I told him my credits. He says, I'm never going to remember that. I'll just say you've been on VH1. I didn't know that was a thing. Your host can just make up credits for you out of the blue to make his job a little easier. I'm not mad that he did it. I'm just sorry that he left out that I co-created Seinfeld and hosted The Tonight Show for 30 years. But you know, that's one of the things I like about comedy, is that gives your resume right before you start work for the day. I wish we had that in other jobs, you know? I wish it... Folks, let me tell you a little something about the guy who's about to enter the operating theater. This anesthesiologist has been knocking people out up and down the East Coast for years on end. Please give it up for Rich Holloway. I think that'd be a fun way to start your surgery. But, let me tell you a little about myself. I am a 46-year-old nerd. I've been a nerd for all my life. And thank you, fellow nerds in the audience tonight. But you know, your nerdity, it changes as you get older. It's like when I was a kid, I was all about Star Wars. The Star Wars movies were the big thing. And when I was a kid, I was like, oh man, I want a lightsaber. I want a blaster like Han Solo. I even want one of those laser crossbows like Chewbacca has. Now when I watch a Star Wars movie, it's just like, wow, those Jedi robes look really, really comfortable. It's just like wearing a bathrobe all day. You just lounge around the house. It's like wearing a muumuu in outer space, basically. But, yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you. People agreeing with me in the back. I agree with the premise of that joke. But, yeah, I'm a big nerd. I'm catching up on my movies right now. I just saw the last James Bond movie. That was good. I enjoy the James Bond movies. People are always saying they need to revamp the James Bond movies, make them more current for today. You know, they need to make Bond a woman. They need to make Bond a black man. I want to see them start a little smaller. I want to see them have Bond romance a normal-looking woman with a regular name. I just wanted to start out 007. Your mission is to seduce Janice. You're going to rendezvous with her at her PTA meeting. She's a 43-year-old divorcee from Reading, Pennsylvania. I think the world's blowing up at the end of that Bond movie. Just saying. But you know, that's the thing I like about James Bond. He's a very suave guy. I'm not that. I'm an awkward guy. I got a lot of awkward moments in my life. Let me tell you about one. The other day I made a business call. At the end of that, I talked to a very nice receptionist by the name of Claire. At the end of my call with Claire, the receptionist, I tried to say, nice to talk to you. What came out of my mouth was, nice to stalk you. I don't care if you are James Bond. There is no recovery from nice to stalk you. That's just how that conversation is ending now. Nice to stalk you. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. I am a man of my word. So I am now stalking Claire, the receptionist. She's a 43-year-old divorcee from Reading, Pennsylvania. Going to rendezvous with her at a PTA meeting after the show. Looking forward to it. But I'm a single man, as you might have guessed. It's tough dating. It's tough dating out there now. I tried the online dating. Online dating is really tough. I went on Bumble because I like every dating app I use to rhyme with my last name. And the thing about online dating, it really changes your point of view. It turned my mind around completely. Before I tried it, I had all these ideas. I was certain I was going to die alone. And now, I've got the hard numbers to back it up. have done the research. But it's tough. Last woman I dated was a woman lived in the city. It was a woman who was originally from Alaska. And we broke up pretty quickly. We broke up in like a month or something. And it was before she met any of my friends. So she literally sounds like someone I made up. Who was the last girl I did? Oh no, she's from Alaska. You didn't meet her. She's from Alaska. She is not made up. But it went south kind of quickly. It was kind of my fault that it went south. Was she? As I said, she lived in the city. We didn't see each other too much. It was tough to coordinate, and it went south after I went to the movies by myself, and I went and saw The Big Sick, and I really enjoyed the movie. I decided to text her about it, and I text her, "Oh my God, The Big Sick is amazing." What I didn't anticipate was the S key is right next to the D key on your phone. So what I texted her was, "Oh my God, the big dick is amazing." So I'm single, like I said. But yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there. I'm a geek, like I said before. I'm really into a lot of nerdy stuff. I was reading the other day about the Voyager spacecraft. Do you guys know about this? Wow. Okay. Big Voyager fans. Yes. All right. I come to comedy shows trying to find out about 70s NASA space probes, and finally, I've lucked out. Yeah. Voyager. If you're not familiar, it's a spacecraft we sent up in the late 70s sometime to try and find alien life, and it's got a gold record on it. It's got a record, like an old vinyl record, all about information of Earth, hoping to find alien life. First off, I love that we're assuming that alien life has turntables. Aliens are apparently like Brooklyn hipsters, they're just like, oh yeah, it's just much better sound quality. I mean, CDs don't compare. But here's the other thing I don't get. We put this record, it's got all this information about us, our planet, our race, and there's some visual stuff on there too. There's a picture of a man and a woman, so they know what the human race looks like. But it's a naked man and woman. They're just there hanging out, and just, hey, totally naked guy, totally naked woman right next to them. I think this is why alien life hasn't contacted us yet. We are basically sending our dick pics out to the universe. We are the interstellar Harvey Weinsteins. I mean, I just don't think they're going to come to visit anytime soon. We're just like, hey, alien life, you like? Maybe that's just not the best signal to be putting out there. That's all I'm saying. But, I'm a single man, but so it's okay. I've got a lot of good friends in my life. I enjoy that. The other weekend, I got to be best man in a wedding. I love being a best man. Has anyone here ever been a best man? Yeah, okay, you sir. All right. Here's what I love about being a best man. It's the groom proclaiming to the world, I like this guy better than everybody else in this room. That's basically what being a groomsman is all about. It's the groom ranking his friends. I like this guy the best, I like this guy a little less than him, this guy at the end, honestly, he's kind of a douche, but we had to make the numbers even with bridesmaids. It's a tough thing, though. But I think it's important to have friends. I think it's important to have a best friend, I think, if you really think about it, there are two men who have to be the two best friends of all time. And those two men are, of course, George Harrison and Eric Clapton. Okay, I can feel that not everybody is on board with his friends. Don't worry, folks, I'm going to show my work. Back in the 1960s, George Harrison and Eric Clapton are best friends. George Harrison falls in love with Eric Clapton's wife. He's really torn up about it. He writes a song, Layla, all about it. And Layla, if you've not heard it lately, it is not a short song. It's not like a Ramones song where it's like 3 chords, 2 minutes, and you're out. Layla is a 7-minute song. Sir, are you a married man?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Imagine if I spent the entirety of the last 7 minutes talking about me wanting to nail your wife.
God bless you.
That is my favorite reaction ever, sir. We're going to talk after the show.
My grandmother's here.
Oh, okay. All right, well, I don't judge. I'm going to have to take a minute for that.
Take 7.
Do you want to do a few minutes after I'm done? Is that what we're doing? Okay. But as I said, it's a 7-minute song. I've been up here for about 7 minutes. What can happen in 7 minutes? But, I've got some good friends in my life. I got some friends here tonight. I don't think I have any friends in my life that are so close that I could write a 7-minute song about wanting to nail their wife. Record that song. Release that song. Have it go up to the top of the charts. Let Scorsese use that song in Goodfellas. Re-record that song 25 years later in an acoustic version for MTV's Unplugged. Marry the girl I wrote the song about. And not have my friend be a little pissed off at me afterwards. Now maybe I'm just not making the right friends. But I think there is a real lesson to be learned here. If you are into your friend's wife, start the guitar lessons now. All right, folks, that is it for me. My name is John Trumbull. Thank you very much. Let's get Mr. Natty Bumpercar back up here.